And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me, as always, with these live streams. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay, and welcome to a solo playthrough of Atiwa. Now, I've covered Atiwa a couple of times on the channel already. This is a new-ish game from Uwe Rosenberg, published by Lookout Games, who kindly gave me this review copy of the game. I've covered it twice on the channel already, with a 3-player playthrough and a 4-player playthrough. And after the first 3-player playthrough, guaranteed we got a couple of rules wrong. But I thought, it's okay. It's all right. It was nothing particularly special. But it was a good, solid game. Then I played it again on the channel and thoroughly enjoyed it. Tonight, I'm going to be playing the solo game. I've never played the solo game before. And just a word of warning, at the moment, I'm suffering from a little bit of sleep deprivation and exhaustion. So about 2.5 hours ago, I went to bed. I woke up about 30 minutes ago and realised the studio isn't set up, the microphones are not set up, the lighting's not set up, the game's not set up, and I don't know how to play the solo mode. And in the last 30 minutes, I've got dressed, I've got everything ready, and I've learned how to play the solo game. So hopefully, everything will go to plan. This is not a sponsored video, so I wanted to say a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel and giving me the giving me the ability to basically carry on creating these videos. If you are not a Patreon supporter and you were interested in supporting the channel, you can do so. The link is down there, patreon.com/gaming rules. You get access to a whole host of extra behind the scenes videos and community Slack channel and things like that. Thank you very much, Chrissy, for putting the link in the chat. So, as I mentioned 30 minutes ago, I did not know how to play the solo mode for this game. Thankfully, this is what I class as a complexity 2 solo mode, which is exactly the kind of solo mode I like. I like up to probably complexity 4 or 5. Anything beyond that, I just don't enjoy. And in this game, it's complexity level 2 because, rather than 1, because you're actually, it uses a very similar method to Feast for Odin. So I'm not going to explain how you play Atiwa in this video. I have done other videos if you want to learn how to play. We're just going to be covering the solo game today. But basically, in the multiplayer game, you have, out of 10, yes. Yeah, 2 out of 10. In the multiplayer game, you have 3 workers. And there are 7 rounds in the game. And one of the phases in the game, which is phase... Well, it's the first phase, is the worker phase. Yeah, in the worker phase, you'll basically take it in turns to place those workers on the board on the action spaces. That's the multiplayer game. In the solo game, I have 3 sets of workers. I have the red workers, the yellow workers, and the blue workers. And in round 1, I'm going to place the red workers. But at the end of the round, those workers don't come back off the board. In round 2, I place the yellow workers, but I cannot go on the spaces occupied by the red workers. And then at the end of round 2, those workers stay on the board. And then in round 3, I get to place the blue workers, and I can't use any spaces occupied by red and yellow. And that's it. That is the game, and we're trying to score as many points as we can. Now, there is a goal, apparently, in here, to get to 120 points. I don't know anybody that's managed to get to 120 points. So it is a beat your own score game, which I have no problem with. I love those kind of games. We're just trying to score as many points as we can get. Now, there is also, on the back of the rulebook, solo challenges. Now, I've never played the solo game before, so I'm not going to even attempt any of these challenges. But in addition to this, Uwe has this week or last week released the first of the monthly solo challenges. So if you're a solo player, a lot of people ask me, when a game comes out and it has a solo mode, is this game worth getting just for the solo mode? In other words, they're only ever going to play it solo. Is it worth getting just for that? And I never normally answer those questions. For Atiwa, I can say absolutely 100%, because the publisher has supported the solo mode, not just with, here's the solo mode, but here's a whole load of challenges. And as I say, Uwe has gone on, he's published it on Board Game Geek, and it's the first of the monthly solo challenges. So there's definitely enough in here for this to be a solo game. Anyway, we're going to jump in. I've got my glass of water. We are ready. Nusfjord solo is similar as well. And yeah, Matt is saying, yeah, Feast for Odin. In Feast for Odin, you only have 2 colours of workers. In this, you've got 3 colours of workers. And yeah, Nusfjord uses the 3 colours of workers as well. I'd forgotten that. New version of Nusfjord coming later this year, I think. I don't think it's a new version. I think it's just a big box with everything in, which I will be getting and covering on the channel. So, off we go. Any suggestions welcome. We've done the action tiles at random, and I don't think we start with anything in the solo game. I don't think you start with any gold or anything. No. Oh, we need the bag. We need the bag of pollution markers. There you go. I thought we were missing something. Bag of pollution markers. Right. Okay. Oh, 2 new expansions for Just Food. Nice. Nice. Okay. So what we're going to do we have a grand master plan? We don't have a grand master plan because in this game you don't have any like gold cards or objective cards or things to that. We are just trying to get as many points as we can get. If we were doing one of the solo challenges, then we would have a specific goal that we're trying to do, like finish the game with 3 towns, all 13 families, and at least 100 points. Okay, well, I'm just gonna play, and we're gonna see how we get on. We do have an upside down wild animal. That is deliberate. That is one that's from Australia. Right then. So off we go. Let's have a think. Or go back to bed. Maybe I should go back to bed. So what have we got up there? We've got a mangrove forest, which is worth no points, but it does have an eco symbol on it. We have a wooded area, which is 1 point and an eco symbol, and the haunted house, space for plenty of bats. I think I got that in the last game. Okay, let's not worry too much. Let's just play and see how we get on. Now we do want 2 families with space for a third. We want 1 bat, and we want 1 wild animal in order to be able to breed. That's what we want. So we kind of want to get those things at least. And there's a space here that gets a goat, a bat, and a wild animal. And I have space for a bat, a wild animal, and a goat. So that seems like a good thing to do. So we'll go there. We get ourselves a goat, which goes there. We get ourselves a bat, which can go there. And we get ourselves a wild animal, which goes there. Right, first action done. You can probably play this game in about 20 and 25 minutes solo once you know what you're doing. Tonight's stream's probably going to be about an hour because I'm going to be chatting and thinking like that. We also want another family, and we also want to train our family. So this is a good space. This is always a good space in round 1. Is get a family, train a family. And then I think we're going to probably suck up some pollution, which means I'm probably going to take one of those tiles. Yeah, so we're going to go here. That gets us another family, and it trains one of the families, which means we've also got space for a second bat, which is good. And yeah, if we don't take another terrain tile and we get a pollution, we're going to lose that bat. In fact, I could have done that first. No, hang on a minute. I could have done that first, and then when I get the bat, I can put the bat there. So actually, we don't need to take another tile, and if we get pollution, it goes on that space, which means we don't lose anything. So we're not tied in to doing that. I probably still want another tile. Oh, the other thing that changes in the solo mode is you don't discard what's been taken. So you don't discard what's left. You leave it there and you replace it. I mean, I'm still tempted to take this one because it comes with a tree with a fruit on, and that gets me a fruit tree as well. Or we could go down this one. No, because I don't have space for the wild animals. I remember the last time I played this and I did really well, and it was because I never worried about having space for stuff, and it's because I took lots of these things. James is suggesting flip the family and get a gold, which is this space here. I mean, I could do. That means I don't get any pollution. But no, I'm going to go here. That gets me a tree with a fruit, which is going to go there. And it gets me this card, which I'm actually going to put here. There we go. That's it. That is the worker phase done. So we do the maintenance phase. Income. 1 gold per trained family. And for the untrained family, I get a pollution. And we have the gold. And the pollution goes there. So we have 2 gold. Next, wild animals, trees and fruit. So we get no new trees. I've messed this up, haven't I? We get a fruit, but I've nowhere to put the fruit. Rats. Okay, yeah, never mind. Didn't think about that. Yeah, it's fine. Then we get one bat, which can go on here. Right, okay. Then we fruit bats return if we'd sent them out, which we didn't. And then feeding. So we need to provide 3 food. We have 1 goat, so we need 2 food. Now, at this stage in the game, do we want to keep our stuff? I mean, I probably want to eat the fruit. Because I'm going to get more fruit. Yeah, so we'll eat the fruit for 1. And then we're going to buy pizza from the people next door for another 1. And now the untrained family could eat the bat, actually. Let's do that. Let's have the untrained family eating the bat. Right. Breeding. Do I have 2 families? Yes. So I get a 3rd one. The 3rd one is going to go on the only space that it can go, which is there. We then have... Do I have 1 bat? I do have 1 bat, so we get another bat. And do we have 1 wild animal? We do, so we get another wild animal, which goes on there. Right, that's the breeding done. Workers come back, but they don't in the solo game. And then we reset ready for the next round. So normally in a multiplayer game, you'd get rid of those. We don't. We just reveal a new one, which is the reserve, double eco. Now, there is something special about these action tiles. Because what's going to happen is this action tile is actually going to slide to there. And it says, if a worker occupies the action space on the tile that is being shifted, do not move the worker with the tile, but leave it on the round space. So basically what happens is, we lift those up, that goes there, and they go back down. That's it, round 2. You could probably play this in 15 minutes. If you know what you're doing. Super quick. Super quick. And yes, James, I like these solo modes as well. And to be honest, I want to get into a position where I'm doing more solo playthroughs. I'm very envious of Tom Heath from Slicker Drips, because he does lots and lots of solo playthroughs. Then again, I do lots of multiplayer playthroughs, which he doesn't do. But I do like... First of all, I do like these solo modes. I like doing streams of solo modes, and this is so in my comfort zone, this game. Yeah, I'd love to do more of them. Okay, off we go. Round 2. To breed, we need 1 goat, 5 bats, and 4 wild animals. Yeah, so nowhere near. Excuse me. Still got this really annoying cough as well. There's no breeding of families this turn, but next turn we need 3. So next turn I'm probably going to have to buy one of these locations. Which means I need trees and gold. Now we have trees and gold to buy one of these. I've got these the wrong way around, haven't I? Yeah, I've got these the wrong way around. They're the 2 hut ones. They're the 1 hut ones. Okay, so we could do that. We could also train some families. We could also buy some stuff up here. If we really wanted to go for the bats, we'd go there, but then we'd need to get the extra bats, which we could here. If I went there and took the haunted house, I could go there and take loads of bats. Now, what's the thing that you can do in the night? You can send the bats off, spend fruit to get trees. So I'm going to change my mind on what I did last turn. I'm actually going to keep the fruit on the tree because I know I'm going to spend it. Slight undo rewind. Adding me saying bats, bats, bats. Yes. So I think let's maybe go for that. Let's have the haunted house. It is worth -1 point, but it also does get us another wild animal out, which gets us extra trees. So let's go for it. We're going to go here. We're going to get ourselves a wild animal. Now, I've no space for a wild animal, but I have empty spaces, so I can put it on any of the empty spaces. Let's put it there. Middle terrain card gives you a bat and space for the goat in the breeding. I'm all right for space, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it with the haunted house. Oh, also, yeah, there's a space on there for the person to live in. Excellent. Right, so where's the haunted house going to go? It's going to go here. Yes. So did I take the animal? I took the animal, and I took the card, and we're all good. First action done. Right. Second action. Was here. Yeah, so second action is here. I get a bat and a gold. And then I can either have 2 bats or an animal. And I'll have 2 bats. And then I'm going to send those 3 bats out into the night. Michael is saying, last round I could have placed my fruit income on the empty space. I don't think you can. I think fruit has to go on trees. Michael, I'm pretty sure you cannot put fruit on an empty space unless the card specifically tells you to do so. Fruit has to go on trees. There is a couple of cards where the fruit can grow on the card, but other than that, fruit, I think, can only go on trees. I'm pretty sure. Somebody in the chat will confirm that. Yeah, you can't put fruit on empty spaces. Page 6 of the rules. Yeah, pretty sure you can't do it. You can only put it on a tree or on an unoccupied space with a fruit icon on it, which is on cards 1, 9, 13 and 35, or on an unoccupied blank space, if allowed. See blank spaces. Okay, Michael might be onto something here, but I didn't think you could. But Johnny's saying you can put the fruit in an empty space if you have one on a tree on that card already. Okay, thank you, Michael. So blank spaces. Trees on blank spaces can have fruit, even if no other tree on the same card has fruit. In other words, you can place a tree with fruit on a blank space if there is a tree on that card already. If there is a fruit on the card, you can place fruit gained on blank spaces with or without tree on the card. You can. Right, okay. Thank you very much, everybody in the chat, for confirming. So in other words, last round, I could have gained a fruit and put it there. Thank you very much. I'd missed that in the rules. So we're sending the 3 bats out, and we're now spending that fruit that we've got to gain a tree, and we're going to put the tree on the tree space. There you go. Right, okay. Sorted. We have our 5 bats. That's good for breeding. We do not have the 4 wild animals, but we could probably get a 4th wild animal. Let's do it. I'm thinking this space. This space is nice. So we get a wild animal, which can go here. We get a tree, which can go here. And we get a gold. Right. There we go. I think we're all done. Maintenance phase. Income. Yes, I didn't train my family, did I? That's all right. So we're going to get 2 pollution markers. One's going to go there and one's going to go there. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, so we get 1 gold plus the 1 gold for the trained family. Pollution, pollution. Right, next. Wild animals, trees and fruit. So I gain 1 new tree, which can go there or there. I gain 2 fruit, which, as we now know, can go on blank spaces if there's a fruit on the card, or it can just go on trees. And then we gain 1 bat, which can go on there. Right, that's that done. Fruit bats come home. Flap, 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 flap. Feeding. So we need 5 food. Right. So we've got these wild animals. We want to keep these wild animals because they're about to breed. We have 2 untrained families. Oh, but I don't want to kill the bats because the bats are about to breed as well. Oh, and we've got 1 goat. So we actually only need 4 food. I'm thinking we spend some gold. Is what I'm thinking. And keep the resources. Possibly get rid of a fruit. Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 fruit. And 3 gold. Yeah, that'll do. Breeding. So do we have 1 goat? Yes, we do have 1 goat. So we get an extra go. Right. Slight change. Slight change. I would have put that tree there. Because I forgot that the goat was breeding. So, the goat goes there. The bat goes there. Oh, but now there's no space for the wild animal. Oh, right. Hang on. Oh. I've messed this up, haven't I? So, oh, right. What we're going to change? We're going to change... I'm going to kill the wild animal for food in the previous phase and just not bother with the breeding. So I'm owed 2 gold back. Ah. Yeah, I think that's right. Eat a bat. I think I already ate. No, I didn't want to eat the bats because I wanted the 5. Yeah, James told me to get the terrain card. And I'm breeding too efficiently. It's my problem in life. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we're done. Return workers. We don't return workers. We replenish the card. And now we are on to round 3. And all of those actions are already taken. So we have a problem with space. We have a big problem with space. So we need lots of extra cards. We do have 4 gold. And we do have 2 trees. So we can absolutely do this. We definitely need to get more space to put stuff. So I'm going to take this wooded area here. And this wooded area is going to go here so that it's the first to get pollution. And the second to get pollution as well. So that goes there. I also get a bat. Then I am going to send these 3 bats out into the night. Spend a fruit to gain a tree, which is going to go on the new wooded area. Right. My second action is probably going to be to buy a settlement. Is what I'm thinking. Because yes, yes, and yes. We're all good for that. So I think we're going to go here. We're going to spend our 4 gold. And we're going to spend our 3 lovely trees. 1, 2, 3. To build a settlement. Which is going to go here. Right? Now, my third one. How many eco symbols have we got? We got 2. So, not bothered about either of those at this stage. Don't want an extra person at this stage, I don't think, because I'm going to get too much pollution. So we're looking at potentially training our families, which is that one, but that's also the bats on unoccupied houses. Which I could do. I could do that. That would actually get me 3 bats. And it does train one of the families. Is there any other way to train a family? That will train me 2 families. Okay, so that's not too bad. That guarantees no more pollution. For now, anyway. I think I'm going to go with this one. So we're going to put a bat on every unoccupied house, which is there, there, and there. And then I train one of the families. And then I can send these 3 bats out into the night with a fruit to get another tree. Okay, done. Income. Right, we have 2 trained families. And we have 1 pollution from an untrained family. No gold. Next, wild animals. We get 1 tree, which is going to go on here. We get 2 fruit, which is going to go on here and here. We get 1 new bat, which is going to go on here, because we can. Then fruit bats come home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, just space. Feeding. So we need 5 food minus 2, so we need 3 food. Well, one of these untrained families can eat a bat. So that's 1. We need 2 food left. I want to save the fruit to get more trees. Don't want to kill any of the animals at this stage. So I think I'm just going to spend the 2 gold. I have space for an extra goat. I have space for lots of extra goats. So yeah, we'll spend the gold and we'll see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Workers. No, breeding. Breeding. Do we have 3 families? We do. So we get an extra family, which is going to live in the haunted house. Do we have 6 bats? We do. We get an extra bat, which is going to go in the haunted house. And do we have 2 wild animals? We do. We get another wild animal, which can go here. Breeding is done. Preparation. So at this point, we now get the red workers back. This is round 4. The red workers come back. They are ours. That moves to there. And we're ready. That's it. And we're on round 4 already. If you've played this game solo, how long does it take you to play a game? Am I right with the sort of 20, 25 minutes? As I say, I think we're going to be about an hour today, but I could easily knock one of these out in probably 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Adam is saying 20 minutes. Yeah, which is fantastic. A 20-minute game with this amount of thinking and decision space is brilliant. And if you don't know, the reason why I love these solo modes is I am spending 100% of my brain energy on thinking about what I'm doing, rather than running any kind of complex AI or anything like that. Does it take a long time to set up as it does to play? No, it's probably a few minutes set up, maybe 5 minutes, because you've got to put all of the things on here. I mean, the person who put the game away last time didn't sort the cards out. So that took me an extra minute just to sort all of the cards out. Bad Paul. Bad Paul. Right. Anyway, round 4. Action. Do we have a plan? I kind of want to train these families, because these families are getting a little bit out of control. So I think we're going to go here and we're going to take this reserve card. Now, this is a -2 victory point card, but it's an awesome card. So we're taking it, and it's going there for no reason. And it comes with a tree with a fruit on it, which I might as well put on the new card. Right. Then what, because we've now got 4 eco symbols. So what I'm going to do now, how many families have I got? I've got 2 untrained families, because I kind of want, I can train one of them with that. Is that going to be enough? Where's the pollution going to go? The pollution's going to go there, so that's fine. Oh, send the bats off into the night. Yes. Thank you. I've got 3 fruit for a reason. Bats off into the night, get a tree, put it on the reserve. Right, next. There's no point training 4 families when I don't have 4 families. I could go on a space which gets me more families. But that costs gold and I don't have any gold. We're not in a position to be buying another settlement, another location this turn, but that's okay. Do we have 4 terrain cards? 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have 4 terrain cards, so this is good. Yeah, we're going on that one. So I gain 1 gold for each eco symbol. That's 4 gold. And because I have 4 terrain cards, I can train one of my families. Oh, let's train the family in the haunted house. So the family in the haunted house is now a trained family. Right. 3rd action. Oh, and bats out into the night. Did I put a fruit back when I sent the bats into the night? I don't think I did. Because I had 3. And I'm going to use all three. So there's the first one. There's the second one. I get another tree. Going to go on there. My third action is... So we could train this extra family. Or we could get a goat and train an extra family. And if I have 3 goats, I breed. So decision made. Get a goat, which can go here, and train a family. So all of my families are now trained. So no more pollution for the moment. Send these 3 bats out into the night with a fruit. Get a tree. There. Right, we're done. Income. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 trained families. So I get 4 gold. No pollution. Right, I gain 1 tree. Go there. I gain 4 fruit. Awesome stuff. Pop, pop. Let's spread it out. 4 fruit. And I gain 1 bat. Which can go here. I might run out of space for bats. No, I probably won't. Fruit bats come home. Right. Oh, you come back. Have we got some puns in the chat? Nectarines. Very good. Very good. Look at this haunted house. Bit of pollution on the side, but it's okay. Yeah, we're all right. We got space for the bats. Feeding. 7 food minus 3. So I need 4 food. Now, we are saving up to buy a town. Because towns are worth a lot of points. I have no untrained families, so I can't eat any bats. So I need to find 4 food from somewhere. I don't want to kill the goats, because the goats are providing me with a regular income of milk, which is good. And also the goats are going to breed this turn. The wild animals, I could get rid of a wild animal for 2 food if I wanted to. But again, the wild animals are bringing in the trees. And I could just spend the 4 gold. But then that's the 4 gold. Towns are worth a net 3 points. Yeah, because you have to spend... Because gold is worth a point, isn't it? So you have to spend 10 gold to get the town. It's more it's got the space for the families as well. Because villages are worth a net 2 points, settlements are worth 2, farmsteads are worth 2. So these are worth 2, 2, 2, and 3. Oh, right. 4 food. Options are gold, fruit, wild animals, or goats. Not the goats. So we're down to 3 options, and we can mix and match. I'm going to eat a fruit. That's 1 fruit. So I needed 4. I now only need 3. I'm just going to spend 3 gold. There you go. Done. Feeding of people has been done. Breeding. Do I have 2 families? Yes. So I get a 3rd family, which goes here. Next, do I have 10 bats? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we get an extra bat, which there's only 1 place it can go. We are running out of space for the bats. Do I have 3 goats? Yes, I get a 4th goat, which can go here. Right. Workers come back. So we're taking back the yellow workers. We are now replenishing that. We are now moving that to there. And off we go with round 6. We have a big bat engine going. So use the animals, says Michael. Yeah, that is a good point. But I'm actually going to spend quite a lot of those trees this turn. Although I don't have the gold now. Yeah. Okay. So where do I go to get gold? There. It's a bit inefficient, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can't buy another settlement. Could buy a farmstead. Space for 2 bats. I'm going to get lots more trees and I'm going to spend lots more trees. So I do need lots more gold. That is train 4 families, which is of no use whatsoever because I only have 1 untrained family. right now. I mean, I could get extra families, but nah. Okay, I've reached the point where I'm not actually sure what I want to do. Do we just buy a farmstead? It's a little bit more space. It's going to give me the opportunity to breed a bit more. We've got 7 families for breeding, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my family is not going to breed this turn unless I have 2 more families, which I could get. I could get 2 more families. Yeah, and families are the best for points at the end of the game. Every one is worth 2 points. Just muted myself while I had a big cough. Do we want the Arboretum? I don't think we want the Arboretum. So my first concern with this game is there's a lot of games recently that have come out where the problem with the solo mode is that the cards don't cycle. And a lot of house rules have had the cards cycling more in a solo game. The solo mode of this game has done the opposite. If the card isn't taken, it stays there. But what if it's a card that I don't want? I'm not sure why that rule is in there. If anybody knows why that rule is there, let me know, because it does seem unusual to not just cycle the cards that aren't taken, especially in a solo game where there's only 3 of them. That's my only quirky thing about it at the moment. What's Michael saying? Michael's giving me advice. I have to keep the feeding in mind when getting them all out. Yeah, oh yeah, because yeah, you need loads and loads of food. Do we have space for any bats right now? I have space here for 1 bat, and that's it. That's not very much, is it? No. So I think I am going to go here. I am going to spend 1 gold and 1 tree. And I am going to buy a farmstead. And we're just going to put it here. And then I'm going to send 3 bats out into the night with a fruit to get another tree. Right. So I've got space for stuff. I'm happy with that now. 2 actions left. I'm considering training in my family and getting another wild animal. Is what I'm thinking about. Although the pollution, I'm not a problem with the pollution. The pollution is fine. So I don't need to worry about the pollution. In fact, that pollution's fine. That pollution's fine. And if I moved this off there, that pollution would be fine as well. So don't need to worry about that. Do we go for another family and another goat? Yeah, let's go for it. So we get another family, which can go here, and another goat, which can go here. And then 3 fruit bats go out into the night. Sounds like a joke, doesn't it? 3 fruit bats go into a bar. One of them says to the barman, and then you have to fill in the rest because I'm not very funny. Get a tree. Tree goes here. Okay, 3rd action. So families, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 families. We could actually get the 7th family if we want to. But then they would breed, and there's nowhere for them to breed. There's no spare space for them to breed to. So let's not bother with that. Let's not get the 7th family. Oh, we're now getting 2 pollution. Are we worried about that? Yes, I am. So I am going to train one of those families, and I gain a bat, and I gain a wild animal. And then I'm going to send another 3 fruit bats out into the night with another fruit to get another tree, which can go there. Right. We're almost at the tree limit. So that's it. That's my actions done. Next, income. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trained families and 1 untrained family. 3 bats fly into a bar and the barman says, is this some kind of joke? Yes. What I could have done was get the Arboretum, spend 2 gold for 2 families. Yeah, I could have done. But yeah, possibly not worth it. Because there is a house there. Didn't spot that. No gold, but the pollution goes there. Right. So we now get 1 new tree. We get 5 fruit. Check out my fruit. We get 2 bats. Oh, are we going to have enough room for the bats? I'm not sure we are. Fruit bats come back. Right. Let's fill the haunted house. Put 2 there. I can put 1 there. I can put 1 there. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Right. Fruit bats have come home. Feeding. We need 11 food minus 5, so we need 6 food. We have 1 untrained family, so chomp. 5 food needed. 5 food needed. Probably going to spend some fruit. Eat a fruit. Eat another fruit. 3 left. I'm going to spend 2 gold. 1 left. It might have to be an animal. I mean, I do have space for these animals. Yeah, so we'll take a gold back and we'll get rid of this wild animal. Okay, there you go. Only untrained families can eat bats. And I only have 1 untrained family. Once a family has been trained, they no longer eat bats. So yeah, I can only eat 1 bat in each feeding phase because I've only got 1 untrained family. Breeding. Do we have 7 families? No. Do we have 2 wild animals? Yes. So we get a 3rd wild animal. Comes back. Do we have 2 goats? We do. So we get an extra goat. Look at this. We're doing all right with the goats. Do we have any space for any goats? We do. We still have space for a goat here. Right. Okay. That's the breeding done. Workers. So we're taking back... What are we taking back? I've no idea. How do you track what round you're on? Interesting. I think I did eat a bat. Yeah, I think the first thing I did was I ate a bat. Or did I not? Did I not eat the bat? Oh, and sliding of the tiles. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I didn't... Oh, the sliding of the tiles. That's how you know what round you're on. So we're on round 6. Oh, which is what the colours are for. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we didn't eat a bat. Michael's saying I did eat a bat. I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I ate a bat. So yeah, so the colours here tell you what you're placing this round. So we're taking back the blue workers and we're going to be placing the blue workers. Yeah, because it's round 6. So that means none of these cycle. Yeah, none of them cycle. Centre left on the farmstead, you ate 1 of them. Yeah, I ate that all. Right, okay, cool. What have I forgotten? I'm getting to that point where I'm getting a bit flustered now. So we're on round 6. I've taken back the blue workers. We didn't replenish any of these because I didn't take 1 of them. And we've done everything else. Yeah, I think we're all good. I think we are all good. Right, round 6. So breeding is 6 families, which we've got. 3 wild animals, which we've got. 1 goat, which we've got. So as far as breeding goes, we're fine. It's space. Space is the factor again. And we have the money to buy a village. Do we want to try and get the money to buy a town? That's the big question. We would need 10 gold to buy a town. We have 8. We need 2 gold. I can get 1 from here, but that's a wasted space because that's training families. We don't need to do that. I can go there to get 2 gold. It also gets a bat. So the question is, do we go here to get the 2 gold, or do we just buy a village? I think I'm just going to buy a village. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to spend 7 gold. And I'm spending 5 trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a nice village, which we're going to put here for no reason at all. Yeah, right. Fruit bats. Fly, my pretties. 1, 2, 3. Spend the fruit, get a tree. In the new village. Right. So, we're done. We've got space now for lots of people. We have space for extra bats, extra goats, extra animals, all of that sort of stuff. We are going to breed the final goat this round, so we're going to have all of our goats. I mean, do we want to get the extra people? Because I could gain an extra family and train them. I don't know whether that's worth it or not. You've got to have a way of getting food. I mean, do we want spaces up here? Because these are worth points. You know, the orchard is worth 3 points. That's not to be sniffed at. 3 points is quite good. And again, it's more space if we need the space. Can't have bats in the orchard. But I have got spaces for bats on other places. I'm tempted to take the orchard. What are my other options? So many options. So many options. Yeah. I think we're going to go with the orchard. And yeah, it's plus 1 point because of the bat as well. So we'll put the excuse me, put the orchard down here. It comes with the bat. The bat's going to go in the village. And that's that action. And then we send 3 bats out into the night. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Spend a fruit. Get a tree. There you go. Now we're going to be getting 1 tree as income. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Can't buy another farm. Well, I could buy another farmstead with that, but it costs 2 gold. Because this space is already occupied, so I'd have to go on this space, which costs 2 gold. Which I haven't got. So, last action. It could be bats on unoccupied houses and fill all of these houses up. That's 4 bats. But then when they come back, I don't know whether I have space for them when they come back. We could take another wild animal and a tree and a gold. But I'm going to have a lot of gold next turn. How much gold am I going to be getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus a token out of the bag. Bat and 2 gold is a possibility if we're saving up for the town next turn. Yeah. Lots of options here. A Laura options, as Cilla Black would say. Let's go through these. Do we want the Arboretum? I don't think we do. Yeah, John's suggesting the fill 4 empty houses with bats. I'm thinking about that. And then I send them out. And then I need to have space when they come back. And I think I do have space for them. So that's potentially a 4-point move. Because it's 4 bats. I'm just concerned that I might end up with too many bats. But in terms of points, I think that might be the best move. Take wild animals. Yeah, there's so many options. There's the 2 wild animals, which will get me... That will get me an extra tree. Yeah, don't send them from the houses. No, I won't. I'll keep them in the houses, because once they've gone from the houses, they can't come back. to the houses. I think we're going to do that. We're going to populate every unoccupied house with a bat, which is there, there, and there. And then I gain a tree, which goes there. And then we send 3 bats out into the night, but not those 3. Spend my last remaining fruit to get another tree. Okay, we're done. Yes. Actions are over. Income. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 gold, 5 gold from my trained families. And we have 1 untrained family. I have family breed. No, I'm probably going to eat that bat. But yeah, just in case, to give me the flexibility. You're right. So 1 untrained family. Now I should get a gold out of this. No gold. Stupid randomness. Right, so that's income done. Right, we get 1 new tree. Can go there. We get 5 fruit. We get 2 bats. We might have a bat problem. 9 fruit bats come home. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're okay. 7, 8, and we have spaces on these, so I can put it there. Hey, right. Feeding. 11 food needed. 6 milk is provided. So we need 5. We have 1 untrained family, so I'm going to eat 1 bat. So I need 4. I'm probably going to eat 2 fruit. So we're down to 2. And I don't want to eat the 2 gold or buy pizza because I'm trying to save up for the 10. So I think it's going to be the wild animal. Yeah. So we'll eat that wild animal, which is the other 2. Right. Feeding is done. Breeding. Do I have 6 families? Yes. So I get an extra family, which goes here. Do I have 3 wild animals? I do. So I get another wild animal, which can go here. And do I have 1 goat? Which I do. So I get an extra goat. There. Lucky. Right. Not lucky. Skill. Breeding has been done. Workers come back. So it's the red workers that are coming back. And this is the final round of the game. Yeah, final round of the game. Off we go. 3 red workers. I mean, I've thoroughly enjoyed this game. I don't care what the score is, to be honest. I mean, I'll write it down and I'll try and beat it next time. But the game's just great. I love this game. Really, really good. So, how many untrained families do we have? We have 2 untrained families. Are we going to try and get to the 12 families? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 families out. We're not going to get 5 families this turn. But what we could try and do is we could try and get a couple of families and then train all 4 of them. So we could do that. And that would actually keep this relatively simple. So I think that's what we're going to do. I am going to go here with the first action. I am going to spend 4 gold and 3 trees to buy a settlement, which I'll put here. And then I'll send 3 bats out into the night with a fruit to get a tree. Right, my next action is to go, I think, to go here to spend the 2 gold to gain 2 families. which can go live in this settlement here. Yep. And then send 3 bats out into the night with the fruit to get under the tree. And then my third action is to go here, because trained families are worth points, aren't they? Yeah. So I can train 1 family for every eco symbol I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 eco symbols, so I can train 5 families. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I've got at least 4 terrain cards, I get a gold. And do I want the extra tree? Yeah, I do. But I'm going to lose a fruit by doing so, but that's fine. So I'll send 3 bats out. 1, 2, 3 bats out with the fruit to get the tree, which can go in the orchard here. Right, we're done. That was a quick 7th round. Income. All of my families are trained. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 money. All right, 9 gold. No pollution. No pollution at all. Right, wild animals. We get 1 new tree, which is the final tree. We get 6 fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fruit. I'm going to put some of it down here because I can. There you go. Put it in the orchard. And bats, I get 2 bats, which can go here on the families. Fruit bats come home. Is there going to be space for them? Let's find out. 3 in there. Oh yeah, easily. There, and there. Yeah, loads of space for bats. Right. Feeding. We've got 17 food needed. We have 7 goats, so we need 10 food. And I think the most efficient use is the wild animals at this point. We worked this out last time we played, because my wild animals are currently getting me 1 point. So if I just eat... Well, if I eat 2 of them, that doesn't cost me any points. So let's work this out. Let's math this out. We need 10 food. That's 4 gone. So I need 6 food left. That's not going to cost me any points. So 5 food left. But I don't want to eat any goats because every goat is a point. Yeah, I think it's just the other wild animals. Yeah, I'll just eat all of the wild animals and keep the fruit. I think that's the most efficient way of doing it. So that's the 10 food that I needed. Breeding, do I have 12 families? I do not. So that's it. We're done. Fantastic. Love this game. This is brilliant. Really, really enjoyed this game. Okay, have we done it all right? I've been playing quick near the end, but I think we're good. So, Paul's solo game. Number 1. Gold. I got 10 gold. Points from my cards. I've got 1, 10, 16, 22, 21, 19, 22, 25, 34. 34 points from my cards. Points from my tracks. I have 6, 7, 8, 25, 25, 32. 32. Trained families. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trained families. So I get 9 points. Bats in excess of 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's them. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 points from bats. Right, off we go. Let's see how we did. So 10, 44, 76, 85, 99. I'm really happy with that. 99 as a first time score. As I mentioned at the start, apparently the goal is to get to 120. Now, slightly disappointing. I think what they should have done is they should have had a scale to say up to 80 beginner, 81 to 90, something else. 91 to 100, something else. That's what they should have done. It doesn't take any extra to do that, rather than just say 120 points. Yeah. So 99 is good. The solo challenges are ridiculous. Let's just have a look at the solo challenges. Finish the game with at least 40 fruit bats and 100 points. Nonsense, right? Commonwealth, 3 towns, 13 families and 100 points. No way. Investor, 1 farmstead, 1 settlement, 2 villages, 1 town, more than 20 gold left and 100 points. No chance. Migration, finish the game with at least 90 points, but in step 7 of the maintenance phase, you remove the leftmost 2 family tokens from your supply board because people are leaving. So your food demand drastically increases, but you will also score 3 points from families during scoring. Oh no, people are coming in. Okay. No pollution. Finish the game without a single pollution and at least 100 points. That's what I'd try and do. Prosperity. Finish the game with at least 30 gold and 120 points. No chance. And untrained. Finish the game with all 13 families. Oh, the training action has no effect. So you can't train your families. And you've got to finish the game with 13 families and 80 points. Yeah. Okay. No chance. If anybody has done any of the solo challenges, let me know. And if anybody's done... I mean, I'm really tempted right now. If I was to play this game again now, and to be honest, if I wasn't really tired, I would. I'd be playing it again right now, and I'd be checking out Uwe Rosenberg's monthly solo challenge on BGG. So, thoughts on the game? You can probably guess my thoughts on the game. This is fantastic. I love this game. The more and more I play it, and this is only my 3rd game of it, but I really, really enjoy this game. I take what Michael said earlier on. Slight disappointment is that these tiles are always the same. So you shuffle them up. There could have been some variety, but to be honest, I think these tiles are the tiles that are needed. If you get rid of these tiles, if you change these tiles, yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm concerned that if you had a lot of different tiles and certain ones were not in the game, it might affect the balance a bit. I also think it's a little odd in the solo game that you don't cycle out the ones that are not taken. I might actually send an email to Lookout Games because I want to know why that's in there. Because if a card comes out that you do not want, you're stuck with it. You've no way of cycling it out. And I think that's bad. I think that's a bad rule. But other than that, I really enjoyed the solo mode. It plays smooth. It plays quickly. It's the perfect solo mode for me. I don't have to spend any time thinking about another player, and I can just concentrate on what I want to do. With a bit of the puzzle is like, once you've taken an action, you know you can't take that action for another 2 turns. But yeah, 99. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So, first of all, big thank you again to all of my patron supporters for funding the channel. If you are a patron supporter of mine, thank you very much for your support. If you're not a patron supporter, but you do want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules, because your support makes these videos happen and helps keep the channel going. And also a big thank you to Lookout Games again for getting me a copy of this game. This was one of the games that was being talked about coming out at Essen last year, and was getting quite a lot of hype because it was Uwe Rosenberg. And I'm really glad that I've got it and played it. This replaces Nussfjord for me, I think, as a solo game. I like Nussfjord as a solo game, but I think I like this one better. And I think if I played it again, I think James is right, yeah. I think I might cycle these out. I'm not sure why that rule is in there. That seems a little odd. But other than that, this has been fantastic. So, thank you again for your support. Thank you for watching the video. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you're watching this back afterwards and let me know if you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you've played the solo mode and what your highest score is. I'm quite happy with 99. I'll try and beat that next time I play. But for now, we're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, good night, and I'll see you all on Friday for a 5-player game of Fayum from Friedman Freezer, if you're interested in that. Cheers all, bye-bye.